Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up. What is your relationship with your money? So, we have been on the money roll, right? But wait a minute, before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Alrighty. I hope everybody is doing well today. Man, we have a jam-packed topic for you today, one that has been highly requested. And I promise you, if you stay to the end, you're going to get some nuggets that are going to help you or somebody else that's close to you. So before we get started, let me go ahead. It says, let your dreams blossom. That's our mug of the day. Delicious. Hold on, here I come back. Gotta wet the whistle before we get started. So, first of all, I wanted to talk just a little bit about. And I love showing off my journals. You may think that I have a little fetish for them, but you know what? It helps me to be organized and to organize not only my life but my thoughts and organize my business and the direction that I'm going into. So this one says faith over fear. Man, that's a huge one for me. And it says grow in grace. So this is more of a grateful journal. So I put in here, and I'm going to get back on top of writing in it every day, because if we start out our day with understanding all the things that we have to be grateful for, man, I tell you, our days would be so much better. I'm going to go to Grandma's cookie jar, and I hope everybody understands Grandma's cookie jar. Grandma's cookie jar has become one of the favorites. I'm telling you, folks are asking about Grandma's cookie jar. And I think because it has such great wisdom, just like our Grandma's cookie jar, man, it has so much wisdom. And I'll go to myself and just say me. If I just listen to some of the information that was given by the older women that were, that are more wise because they had more experience, right? And so sometimes as young girls, we think we know it all, right? Man, oh man, I tell you, if I could have the wisdom of today and have, oh my goodness, you know how we say that? If I knew what I knew today, if I knew that back then, man, I tell you, I'd have been a whippersnapper for real. So Grandma's Cookie Star secret today says, be happy with your beautiful life. And this is actually, it really taps into our topic for today. You are your only limit. Man, so I've had, and I'm going to sit this on top of Grandma's cookie jar because I want to come back to that. And today I have a Sharpie, not a glamorous pen or anything, but I have a Sharpie because you know what? With today's topic, which is 10 signs of a toxic relationship. See, I've had some calls that have been asking me to talk about narcissists and asking me to talk about relationships and, asking me some things. Now, first of all, disclaimer, I'm not a licensed therapist. I speak from my experience. I speak from the experiences of our viewers, of people that have shared information with me. I don't disclose private information, but there are some similarities that we can tie in and use them as learning experiences, right? So, what we do here is all things natural. In the naturopathic arena, I'm a wellness coach. I'm an asset diversification coach. And why did I choose those areas? Because those are things, our health and our wealth. Those are two things that tie. There's some things that we need to do with our emotion because it is toxic. When you hold on to toxic emotion, when you hold on to negativity, when you let negative people in your ear, it will bring you down. It'll start to bring down how you feel about just period, how you feel. Let's start there first. How you feel about or how you look at things change, right? So I do my best to guard myself and to make sure that it's positivity coming in, whether it's reading, whether it's what I'm watching, whether it's the people that are around me. And that leads us right into the topic for today, which is 10 signs of a toxic relationship. And I said a Sharpie today because we have to sharpen up our skills on understanding what those warning signs are. For us to to be happy with our beautiful life, then that means that there's something that we must do. That means that we must guard ourselves. Oftentimes, we don't guard our hearts, whether male or female. And actually, the calls that I got this week and last week were from men. They weren't from women. They were from men about relationships. Some of the issues are, being women wanting to control or women using, different tactics to think that they, to control a man. We talked about why do people go into other people's phone, even in a relationship, other than, your phone is down, somebody answers it. It should be an open kind of relationship, but I mean, really like opening up your phone and going through your phone. Just actually today had a conversation about that. It's really, really, really challenging when you look at the type of relationships because of all of the brokenness that's going on. Especially during the holidays, people are just really on edge because maybe they haven't accomplished all the things that they want to accomplish in, the year, right? And then you get to this part of the year and people have expectations for gifts and not even understanding that's not what this season is all about, right? It's about being around your family. It's about being grateful. It's about loving on one another, and loving on somebody is not always what you can give them in a gift, right? After the gift is open, maybe even the same day, but a week from then, people don't even think about that. It's just that momentary, or what is it? It's called instant gratification. Then we're on to something else. Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately, right? Where did we lose the sustenance, right? The what is that person about? What is their character? Are they of integrity? And not to be preachy today, I'm going to go over what a toxic relationship looks like and what a healthy relationship looks like. So it's toxic behavior versus healthy behavior. So in a relationship, unhealthy relationships may contribute to toxic social environment, right? So if you have a toxic social environment, then that means you can't grow and thrive. Anything that's fitted or bedded in toxicity, you can't grow, right? So this information is coming from Very Well Mind, right? And thank you very much for this article and this information. Okay. So when you're in a toxic relationship or a toxic environment, that can lead to stress, depression, anxiety, and even suicide. Because oftentimes you feel like you can't get out of it. There's no way out, right? That you've dug yourself so deep in, and there we go, blaming ourselves, right? Oftentimes, or more times than not, a person will come with charm, or with money, or with all types of things that allure us to open ourselves up for a relationship with them. But we don't stop and look at the toxic environment that person may be in, or the toxicity, that how that person thinks. You know why we don't think about it? We don't think about it because we don't give ourselves time enough to really get to know that person, to know what that person stands for, where they're coming from. Do their actions line up with their words? There's a lot of things that, yes, it's work, a lot of things that we need to look at. That's why for the Sharpie today, we have to be sharp in order to protect ourselves, right? Both male and female. I did some work years ago in the domestic violence arena, and there were so many men that were in abusive relationships that really would not talk about it because they're embarrassed, right? Because it's I'm this big man, and then this woman is is either physically or mentally abusing me. So there's a whole nother side to it, because there are men that will not hit a woman, which is honorable, right? Will not hurt a woman, which is honorable, because a male is stronger and he has the ability to. But then on the other hand, sometimes women will take that and they will take it way to the other side, right? And then the male, causing the male to either have to restrain them and get away as quickly as they can. Again, are you seeing the toxic picture here, right? So this segment is for both male and female, just so that we can recognize the signs, because oftentimes it's just becoming aware and then mapping out a plan, right? And we talked about it on a couple episodes before, which we're going to get back into some more how-tos, right? We talked about the why on the Ladies and Gents Listen Up a couple segments back. This week we're going to talk about the how-to, right? So let's talk about a little bit about what toxic behavior looks like versus what healthy relationship looks like. Let's go. Toxic behavior is insecure. So when somebody is insecure, they're going to move differently versus somebody in a healthy behavior that is secure. A secure person finds no need to go through your phone, right? A secure person finds no need to put tracking devices on your vehicle. A secure person has no need to constantly check up on you. When you're checking in on one another, or checking in with one another, like I said, that means that you are looking out for each other's better health or better well. Like, are you okay? We're not like, where are you? Or what are you doing? Or you can't breathe without that person. There's a lot that goes into when you talk about a toxic behavior, which is insecure, right? Insecurity, both male and female, right? Person can look like they're all put together well, and deep inside have some insecurities that may have festered or been festering from their early childhood, or teen, or being rejected in high school. There's a whole lot of reasons why a person would come into being insecure, right? Even the little tapes that people tell our little children as they're growing up, when people tell them or look at their shortcomings and make fun of it, a lot of things that. And then that's another thing when we get into the narcissistic behavior. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the things that it comes from, right? It's developed in the child. Okay. Toxic behavior includes being jealous, right? And not just, sometimes we think that a person is jealous. That's so cute. He just loves me. No, red flag. Think about that, right? A warning sign, I should say. Okay. So let's go up the toxic behaviors first. Insecure, jealousy, negative. A lot of times a person is negative because they really are lost and they're afraid, right? They're not operating in their I want to say in immaturity, right? They're behaving as an adolescent, right? Because they haven't developed properly. Self-centered. It's all about me. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but when everything is just about that person, self-centered, right? Selfish, critical, somebody that is so critical of you, demeaning. That's a big warning sign. Very first time, once is enough. Demeaning, distrusting, abusive, and abusive again. One hit is enough, because I don't care how much they apologize. If they hit you once, believe you me, it may take a while, but they're going to do it again. Disrespectful, being disrespectful to you. There's a lot of ways that people show disrespect. Let's flip on over to the healthy side, right? A healthy relationship or healthy behavior includes being secure, right? Loving, treating somebody the way that you want to be treated, right? Positive, giving a person compliments and helping them to become the best them that they can be. Now, if you see something where it can help them by correcting them, as long as you're doing that in a loving manner and you're doing it from a place of, constructive criticism, that's different than being critical. Being giving, being selfless, right? Not just about me, it's about the whole. When we finish, or if we disagree, we are okay. When one person walks away, the other person walks away. We know that both parties are okay. It's not just about me by me. What's in it for me? Or it's all about me. Forget about you because you can handle it. You can take care of that. No, it's about both parties being okay when they walk away. I was listening to a short. No, it wasn't a short. It was actually an Instagram post the other day, or YouTube video. That's what it was. With YouTube video, and it was a married couple, and the wife was doing a prank on the husband, but the prank wasn't the issue. The issue was, she kept forcing him to get into an argument with her, and he wouldn't do it. He said no. He said, let's talk about this. So no matter what she said, he said, okay, but do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying? How could I better deliver this message to you, right? I'm trying to be helpful. How can I do this? He was asking for help, ushering him into. She kept saying, get out of here, get out the room, leave me alone, or whatever. And he was like, I don't want to leave until I know that you're okay, till we're okay. What did I do to, it was just it was an amazing exchange. And he was like, no, we're not going to do this today. I don't want to argue. We're not going to fight. I don't want to leave and we're not okay. It was that kind of I'm really being compassionate. I want to be able to be honest and truthful with you. How do we get there? That's the conversation, the honesty, the look, this is where I am. This is what's going on. How can we work this out? How can we fix it? How can you be okay while I'm still okay? Man, that is healthy, right? Being encouraging, uplifting, trustworthy. Man, that right there, Ooh, that right there is the cost of all things, right? That right there, being trustworthy, because you teach somebody that you can be trusted by your actions over and over and over. And you help that person to get into a healthy space while they're helping you to get into a healthy space because you understand one another. And you understand that it's not all about you. It's about me helping you to understand that I am a trustworthy person. I am a loyal person. I am compassionate. I do respect you. That's getting into that love space, right? Being compassionate and being respectful. Man, I tell you, yes, relationships are work because you have two imperfect people coming together, whether it's in a romantic relationship, whether it's in a family relationship, whether it's just somebody that you've made friends with, it does not matter. Getting to that healthy space to where you can love one another, where you can trust one another because of repetitive action, right? Repetitive action. Know that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. When I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. If I'm not on time, I'm going to call you, and I'm not going to make this my habit. There are so many things that we can do to make our relationship so much more healthy for both parties. Remember, it's something I had to really, really think about. It's not just about you. I had to think about, wait a minute, it's not just my perspective. There are two people here. It is men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Remember that back in the day? And that's true, right? We have so many different perspectives because we come from different environments. Different. We're all coming from all these different environments and different experiences, different concepts of life and relationships. So we have to say, woo, stop all the busyness. Let's come together and let's make this relationship work. If that's what we each want, right? And it's like, wow, that's Liz. Is it that simple? I believe it is that simple. I know that it's work. What does all this have to do with our money and our relationship with our money? If we don't get all the rest of this right, your money is going to still suck, right? Because you got all this other stuff that is in your mind, in your brain, taking up your energy and taking up your space. So we get our relationships together, get our spiritual walk together, get our money together. Man, can you imagine what type of goals we can reach, what type of life we can have, and what type of legacy we can build if we get it right. So the Sharpie today is saying, make sure that we're sharpening our salt in our brain and making sure that we're looking and taking heed to the warning signs, right? Because man, again, be happy with your beautiful life. And then what do we have? You are your only limit. Lastly, man, oh man, today, phew, was exercising because remember I committed to that and I stay true to my commitments, man. You are your only limit. Man, whew, was exercising today and twist my knee. Oh my goodness, it was painful. But guess what? I got back up, I stretched it out, I put it back in the socket, did all the things that I needed to do in order to get up and still handle my commitment to making sure that I get good information out. So many people are being helped by our podcast, and I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful for your support. I'm grateful for the committee people that are here, that are still watching, that are sending me suggestions, that are, saying, giving me feedback and letting us know that we're doing good work here. So I think I covered everything today. I'm going to get up and stretch that knee. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Some people are listening, especially down at this time of the year, last month of the year. People need a little bit of encouragement. So I just thought I would just give you a little bit of what toxic relationships look like so that you can start thinking like I did, checking off that checklist. Alrighty, listen, learn, and leverage the information. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.